So this is it, the initial sounds of Mandarin Chinese. I personally think that if we can find a way to group these sounds together, it might be easier to remember them and to pronounce them correctly. However, if you feel that this following clip is too much information and only confuses you, you can just disregard it. Whether or not you learn what I'm about to demonstrate will not affect how well that you learn Chinese once we start learning vocabulary. It's just extra information. So, if we take the first and second columns on the left of all of the sounds, these sounds fall into a group. All of these sounds, you make contact somewhere in your mouth, whether it's the lips or the tongue and the roof of the mouth, and release. 波, the lips release. 坡, the lips release. 的, 特, the tongue and the roof of the mouth. 歌, 科, the back of the tongue releases from the back of the hard palate. 鸡, qi, the tongue and right behind the teeth on the top of the hard palate. 滋, ci, the tongue and the actual teeth. 知, chi, the tongue and the back of the alveolar ridge. The sounds in green, on the other hand, make contact and hold. They actually never release, and there is a small opening where air can flow through. When you say your lips never actually release, and the air is flowing through your nose. Same thing with the air is flowing between your teeth and lip. The air is flowing through the nose. It never releases. The air is flowing through. So we have two groups, the groups that make contact and release, and the group that makes contact but doesn't release and the air flows through. Furthermore, in the groups of sounds that make contact and release, we can further divide them. On the left-hand side, all of these sounds, if you put your hand to your voice box and pronounce the sound, b b b b, you should be able to feel vibration because they are voiced and they're light. There's no aspiration or puff of air. There's no p b b b b, d d d d, g g g g, g g g g. Z, 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 j, 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 j. All of these use the voice. On the right hand side, on the other hand, if you don't pronounce the vowel sound, just these initial sounds don't use the voice and they are aspirated with the puff of air. P, p, t, t, k, k, ch, ch, ts, ts. Hopefully this will be helpful to you, but again, it's not going to make too much difference whether or not you memorize this or not. Just extra information if it helps you. OMG, WTF. Is that how you're feeling right now? After a few days of Chinese, all we've learned is pronunciation. Well, the good news is we finished the initial sounds and we've done all of the simple finals. So all we have left are the compound final sounds, and then you can pronounce anything that occurs in the entire language. So here are all of the combinations we've learned so far for the first three lines. Please notice that with N and L, you can have both U and Ü. So we have Nu, Ni, Lu, Li. But the other groups of sounds never occur with Ü. For J, Q, X, and Y, the letter U is always pronounced as the umlauted one. Ü, Ji, Qi, Xu, Ü. But you don't have to write the umlauts because as soon as you see X, you know that the U is going to be U sound. Same thing for all of these. Ju, chu, shu, yu. On the other hand, these other sounds get the regular U sound. Zu, cu, su, zhu, chu, shu, zhu. So now it is time to move on to the compound finals. Any last requests? Arr.